Hi guys, welcome back to the Nice Guys Show. Let's do a little shout out to our friend Kathy McLaughlin, who is recovering from breast reconstructive surgery. I got it right this time. But no, Kathy, I think she's going to be back next week, so it'll be good to have her back. We miss you, Kathy. So keep healing up.
Feeling good.
Yeah. I wanted to continue talking a little bit about your routines and the nutrition aspect of it. You were mentioning during the break that coconut and coconut water is really good.
I'm a big fan of coconuts. I love them. Anything that has coconut in it, I will eat it. It's high in potassium, so a lot of people think Gatorade is the go-to electrolyte replacement, but coconut's actually a natural form without the coloring, without the sugar. It has sugar, of course. It's a fruit, but it's a natural form. Yeah.
And it's probably high in fat too, but it's good fat.
Actually, yeah, there's a book called the Coconut Oil Miracle. It's an amazing book all about the health benefits of coconut. And if you look at a lot of the Southeast Asia and the people there, and they don't have health problems, but they're coconut based. They're not dairy based. I mean, a lot of the Thai and the Indonesian and the Polynesian. It's all. I mean, it's amazing what coconut can do for you. It's high in the medium chain fatty acids, which actually cuts down on belly fat, and has the oil has certain properties, and then the coconut, the water as well. So the meat and the juice.
Where do you get it? You just like at Trader Joe's or?
I climb up the palm tree outside.
Yeah.
Right.
When you're in that shape, you climb up the tree.
Yeah.
Coconut water is everywhere now. I mean, it's literally taken. It's like a huge trend, and that's why I was asking during the break. You see all these trends. I mean, every year something new comes along, and but this one seems to stick. And I love coconut water, but coconut water and coconut milk are two different things, right?
Sure. Coconut milk is the coconut meat in a thicker form.
And so that's worse for you.
No, that's great for you. It has saturated fat in it, but it's not an animal-based saturated fat. So people see, oh my gosh, you look back into the early 90s and everything was low fat, and fat's actually good for you. And trying to get people the animal fat is not good for you.
Good, right. But avocados, coconuts, good stuff.
Exactly, nuts, seeds, and
well, I think Tommy B's needs to feature a coconut milk martini.
I think what?
Actually, Michelle makes an amazing coconut-based, hydrating and intoxicating beverage.
Oh my gosh!
Hydrating and intoxicating.
I will name it after you.
Really?
Oh my God! We need sponsors. All right, somebody's got to take that idea and run with it, and we're each taking 20%.
Okay. We can do the show from Tommy V's one day while we're drinking the coconut martini.
Oh, it's so good.
It's absolutely amazing.
That sounds delicious.
That would be fun.
Okay.
So that fits in with my diet because it's coconut.
Right.
So as long as there's coconut in it, it fits in with the diet.
Coconut coffee or chocolate.
Yeah, so I'm just going to carry coconut water or milk with me, and whenever I have anything that's not good for me, I'll just put a little coconut water.
Exactly.
No, it's good now.
It's a good mix.
And there's so many different kinds of coconut water out there, though.
There are aisles of them now.
Yeah, and it's I have I have a couple that I really like and a couple I don't care for. And
what's your favorite one? You can plug it. It's all right.
I want to say it's called the Taste of Thai. It comes in a little glass bottle, and it's a green, has a green label, and I want to say that's the brand of it. I love it. It just tastes, and it's in glass, so already it doesn't have
I love that one.
Yes. It doesn't have if you can't get a real coconut, that's probably the best tasting one because it doesn't sit in the aluminum. I like the one, you had that one the other day, ONE.
Yeah, that one.
I really like that one in a can. And then Zyko is my go-to if I'm at, now actually, interesting, gas stations carry coconut water.
Wow.
And Arco does. And they have the Zyko brand, and I really like that one as well. I just find that things sit in plastic for a long time, don't taste right. And you have this one kind, and it tastes like you're actually eating or drinking like a real coconut. It's just amazing.
I'm going to look for that. All right, that sounds good. The one thing I wanted to talk about too was one of my favorite books I've just finished reading. And again, it teaches me about you ladies and how you operate. It's called The 5 Love Languages, and it's by Dr. Gary Chapman. And you said you've read this book.
Oh my God, I absolutely love this book.
Yeah.
I read it about 10 years ago, and because I was doing this seminar. And I just think it is such a great book because it really teaches people how to communicate to their partner.
Yeah.
I mean, friends, lovers, romantic relationships, mother-daughter, father-daughter, son relationships. And it really breaks it down into, there are 5 love languages. Oh, you want to talk about it?
Well, do you know what they are?
Yeah.
Really?
I do. All right, let's
test me.
Affirmation, words of affirmation, touch, time, gifts, and acts of service.
I like gifts.
Way to go.
It's a love language I speak.
Well, and this is the thing.
So no matter who the guy is, how much of a shit he is, if he gives you a little blue box, you like him.
Turquoise. She's like big blue
Turquoise.
box.
Big blue box. Big, thick one.
But it's so great because what ends up happening is you have two people that are in a relationship, and she's like woman's like, well, he never spends any time with me. He doesn't care about me.
Right.
And he's like, but I'm always doing nice things for you.
Because he's doing what he thinks her
Yes.
love language is, or his own.
Yeah, or oftentimes you
Right.
give the best way you receive.
Right.
So if somebody receives love best by having people do favors for them or run errands or just
Yeah.
acts of service,
Yeah.
and then that's how they show their love to somebody else, but that person only receives it in like time or touch or affirmation,
Yeah.
like there's a huge disconnect
Sure there
there.
is. Yeah, I've seen it in my own relationships too.
Yeah.
And I think most women want words of affirmation.
That's what I was going to
right?
actually
I think-
ask you. What do you think women want, and what do you think men want?
Okay, well, let me think
Men,
back.
general.
men physical touch, I would think, is usually the top for men. Usually, or at least that might be what they say.
Well, I think what I've noticed in my practice, actually, oddly enough, is men really like words of affirmation.
Yeah, I was
And
going to
wo-
say affirmation.
And women like time.
Really?
But I think that words of affirmation for a man are different words of affirmation
For
for
sure.
a woman. Like we both need that, but we need different things
Words
said
of-
to us. I think.
Yeah.
Yep.
A guy wants support. Like I want a woman to support my desires and my dreams and my my career. And I think a woman wants to be reminded about how beautiful and how special she is and how important
Exactly,
she is in
there
his
you go.
life. So
But
yeah.
a man also wants to hear that he is successful, that
And
he's
he-
doing a good job.
Must be appreciated.
And
Yeah.
needed. Do you need to feel needed?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I had this conversation with someone recently.
Wanted, I guess, more than needed. I don't know. Needed to me creates a debt or I don't know, kind of like an obligation. Like
Yeah.
it's something else I have to be worried
Kinda
about.
suffocating,
Right?
yeah.
Yeah, it's
You
very
know,
suffocating.
I'm worried about myself, and I have to worry about doing this.
We got a stage 5 on our hands.
So it's nice to be wanted, but yeah, I don't know about being needed. Needed is stressful.
Well, I just the last relationship I had.
Sorry, I really knew what you were going to say. I'm going to start coughing.
You never know. And I really like when I like to write cards and I like to write letters. And the last person I was dating, he would never do that for me. Like he'd send flowers, but there'd be no card.
Right.
And I remember we got in this huge fight because he's like, but I gave you flowers. I'm like, but I wanted a card. And he said, I don't write cards. And so I remember having this conversation without ever reading that book. I'm like, it doesn't matter what you think. It matters what.
Yeah.
Well, that came out wrong. But like,
Right.
you have
No,
to
you're
know
right,
what your
though.
partner wants. Like, I want you to write me a card. So write me one.
Because he wants you to be happy.
It's
so
funny
just do
that
it.
in relationships I haven't had like the affirmation part. It's different. I feel like it's different with different times in my life and different
Exactly,
people. And I had an
absolutely.
ex-boyfriend who never would give me flowers or cards. He just wasn't like that. And I don't need that. But one day he did. I got a card from him, and it was like one of the most sentimental things. I appreciated it because it was out of his.
Right.
And
You
different.
knew he was doing it for you
Right.
because you liked that.
And different relationships I've been in, there's a relationship that I've been in that all I wanted was I love you. All I wanted to hear was that he loved me.
Well, I find it too around words. It's funny because I'm a writer, but I spend most of my time writing words, not speaking them.
Right.
And when I say write, I mean write as in writing blog posts or writing books. But when I'm dating somebody, they'll send me like a text message that's usually goes over at least 2 or 3 text messages. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's more than 140 characters.
You're like,
Ding,
scroll.
ding, ding, ding. Right.
I need the last part
and,
first.
And my response is, yeah, that's nice, thank you. I can usually fit it in 6 or 7 words. And I know the person that's sending me those messages like, you're a freaking writer. You can't come up with more than 6 words. It's like, well, I'm out of words. I used them all up. Sorry.
That's
But
funny.
yeah, when I know it's important to someone, and it's something really. I mean, in a relationship, you want your partner to be happy, so you just need to do it. That's just the way it is.
You have to make concessions, I think.
Right.
And I just think you do. What's your love language? Do you have one?
I mean, I do. No. I hate love.
Her love language is Mexican food.
I do like Latin men. Dancing. I don't know. I've thought about this often because I think mine is probably time or touch. I'm actually pretty
I
affectionate.
don't really need time. I like to have my
Well, I
own
like
time.
having my own time too.
Go away. I don't want to spend time with you.
And it's things where it's like, well, if I'm spending time with somebody, but they weren't affectionate or they didn't
Or it
then
was
it's like I'm
awkward.
not really
Sure.
going to enjoy that
Right.
time as much. You know, if all of a sudden it's awkward. and
You're
kind of
very
distant.
affectionate. I know.
I am.
You are. No,
You're
not
Italian.
with me,
You're
but I
supposed
mean
to
with
be.
your
No,
girlfriend.
but I am. I'm just a
That's an
touchy.
Italian thing.
Like I probably have touched her like 5 times since I've.
We're going to be holding
sitting
hands by the
around,
end of the show.
I mean, I'm a touchy-feely person. I like.
That's our heritage.
I'm like that with my
Yeah.
kids, and my children are very affectionate. So
Right.
it's not just with a boyfriend, a girlfriend. It's
Oh, no.
with every relationship you have different languages.
So is
I
that
like
your
it.
love language then? You think affection is what you want to receive?
I think affection is, absolutely.
And I think mine's touch as well.
What did you say yours was, Jamie?
So there's affirmation, touch.
Affirmation, touch, acts of service,
Gifts.
quality time, gifts. You were
would
saying gifts at first, but I'll bet that's not true.
No, because I'm not that. It's funny because we had just had Valentine's Day, and my boyfriend gave me a T-shirt that I wanted. Like that's. I mean, we don't.
Right.
I'm not seeking that out. I don't celebrate like the Christmas, like the gifts. I feel that's more guilt driven.
Right.
So I think maybe I guess affirmation, a little affirmation and touch.
Affirmation.
I didn't grow up in a touchy-feely family, so
You're adjusting.
Right.
I think the touch and that just I don't know.
All right. Well, good to know, Jamie.
Well, what about yours?
I'm not sure yet. I'll say next week. I have to think
Okay.
about it a little
All right.
bit.
I know. I
It's
want
a
to read the
combination
book.
of
Let
all.
me read the book, and then
There
I'll
you
tell
go.
you
Read the
about my
book.
love
Come back.
language.
Thank you guys for joining us again. We're here every Monday at 11 a.m. Pacific time, and Kathy will be back next week. Thank you, my guests, and everyone have a great week. Take care.
Ciao.